It's that point in the year where the beanies and jackets make their reemergence. What if I told you an opposing quarterback wearing these was Syracuse football's kryptonite on Saturday? Welcome into sports. I'm Trey Redfield. Fans were welcomed back with Jimmy Boeheim scoring the Orange's first 8 points en route to a 97-63 victory over Lafayette. After the game, it was this guy talking about his son's goods and bads in the win. 4 runs on 3 hits and 1 error is not the most ideal way to win a baseball game. But you know what they say in America's pastime, a win is a win, and the Mets will be looking for their 2nd straight W on Sunday against the Rail Riders. First pitch is set for 1:05. This is Trey Redfield reporting from NBT Bank Stadium for Citrus TV. The reason why Adams was a little upset after today's win was because of the shot on goal number next to Syracuse's number 2. 10 shots on goal today for the Orange, but they weren't able to find the back of the net until midway through the second half. Right now, Syracuse sits at 1-3 on the year in the ACC, dead last, bottom of the totem pole. So what you got to do? You got to win big against these 2 teams, Virginia and Charlottesville this upcoming Saturday. And then after that, you have Notre Dame over in South Bend.
It's the night before Nottingham boys basketball's 3rd game of the season, but things will be a little bit different. Bulldogs head coach Derek Jackson resigned earlier this week because he chose not to take the COVID-19 vaccine. With Jackson out, Antoine Ballinger takes over with respect to his longtime friend's decision.
So I 100% support him, as he's one of my extended family members here in Syracuse. He is a firm believer on freedom of choice, and he felt like the vaccine mandate was taking away his choice of not receiving the vaccine.
Ballinger takes over at a rough time. Nottingham went 2-10 last season, owning a 10-game losing streak. With Jackson being forced to resign, players took another emotional toll this week.
It was emotional for sure, because D-Jack put a lot into us, put a lot into Coach Twan, but we're just moving forward from here. It's not gonna be no different. Coach Jackson leaving just added more fuel to the fire.
Coach Ballinger's head coaching tenure begins tomorrow night at Henninger at 5 o'clock. And even though Coach Jackson didn't want to take the shot, his former team still wants to honor him.
This season will be dedicated to Coach Jackson, but I feel like it's time for Nottingham to bring back a sectional championship, and they want to do it for him in the school.
That would be the least we could do for Coach Jackson and for Coach Twan. So that's definitely the end goal.
Trey Redfield, NCC News.
It's Cade Nicholson going to the line for a couple.
Yeah, that was Reed Patchett who got blown dead. And I'm not going to lie, that looked almost like all ball from here, but ref saw otherwise from his angle, and they were going shooting freeze now.
As Nicholson can't get the first free throw. That was his first attempt of the season. Comes out of Phoenix, Arizona. Loves the location, great opportunity, great academics. Big reason why he chose Kings. He can't get the second either.
It's unfortunate, too, because any basket that he makes would have been his first points of the season as of this game.
Played last time out against Word of Life. Didn't have any buckets there in just 3 minutes play. Waldman down low to Patchett. Going to work on Tyler Bowens. It's a 6-point ESF lead. Bennon moving quickly, down low to Hansen, a beautiful fake and an even better finish. Hansen making the Mighty Oaks look foolish there. McFarland with the spin, tries Bennon, he's unsuccessful. The 6'5" junior making it look too easy. 3 from Nicholson is off the mark. As McFarland grabs the board. Pass out to Rossi. His try gets swatted away. Was looking for Patchett as Bennett goes in on another drive to the rack and does it again. Mally Bennett, a force to be reckoned with. It's back to a 2-point lead for ESF. Patchett can't get that one to fall. Pellissier grabs the board. Andrew Pellissier averaging less than a board a game. We have a whistle for Jimmy Wen coming in from Mally Bennon.
Yeah, Bennon was talking to one of the refs But for both these teams, somebody's got to tell them that they got 30 seconds on the shot clock. I don't think I've seen the shot clock go past 20 seconds in about 5 minutes. They are fast break after fast break after fast break. Somebody's got to tell them they got 30 seconds and 2 halves to play.
Well, when you have a guy like Mally Bennon who can just drive down the lane and make it look easy, sometimes you don't need all 30 seconds, right?
Yeah, it covers 94 feet in about 2 seconds.
Bowens and Wen playing catch. Wen will try a 3, and Kings has its first lead. Its second, check that. Its first in a little while, though.
Yeah,
It's been 9 minutes.
The line's back in the driver's seat.
Farland going in on Bowens, but he's poked away by Wen. Wen gets stripped as well. ESF moving quickly. Here's the Palma. Bounce pass to Waldman. That won't go. But the putback by McFarland is good. ESF back in front, this time by 1. Bowens finds Wen again. Can he do it again? You bet. Jimmy Wen back-to-back triples to put the Lions up 2.
So after starting slow, Wen, who's one of the most important scorers on this Kings side, is finally finding his stroke.
He's been cold as of late, only averaging 8 a game in his last 5. But started hot. The season opener 17, second game 16, third game 15. Wen finding his groove once again, especially after having 29 against Word of Life last time out. Wen goes down low to Pellissier. Pellissier's in some trouble. He kicks it out. Nice behind the back pass to Wen, who does it again. Oh, that's 3 straight triples. It's a 5-point game.
Wen pulled the trigger, but Bowens loaded the gun. What a beautiful behind the back bounce pass.
So if Wen just did that, what did Sianko just do?
Banged a triple home.
Ranked opponents indeed, and it's 13th ranked Army leading 14th ranked Syracuse 3-1. 7:39 left in this first quarter with Jacob Morris. I'm Trey Redfield. Jacob, why are the Black Knights starting off hot? We didn't see this last year.
Exactly. Syracuse came out, they scored the first goal, Trey, but since then Army has really settled in defensively, and Brendan Nichtern has started to impose as well as he did last year. It's been impressive. Let's see if Syracuse can turn it around.
Fopp wins the face-off against Will Coletti, but an errant pass to Bobby Gavin gets away. Army with another opportunity to extend its lead.
Second careless turnover by Syracuse, just tossing it back to Gavin. Syracuse bench thought there might have been a foul on Fopp there. No dice. Now Army gets an opportunity to extend the lead to 3 here early on.
Bobby Abshire setting up the offense straight away. Passes to his left side. Gunnar Phillip. North Carolinian crossing the restraining line. 5 yards out from Cage. Crossing goal line extended. Gets the opening to his right side. Gives it up. Feeding it over to Jacob Morin as Morin trails over to his right, marked by Brandon Aviles. Pass back up top to Reese Burek, who didn't have any varsity action last year, has 7 goals this season. Trailing over to his left, 10 yards out from Cage, fakes to the right, moves over to his left, crossing goal line extended on the left side. Gets the opening on Carter Rice, he shoots it, stopped by Gavin. Bobby Gavin, the Virginia transfer, getting a save. We'll find out where it stays. It didn't roll out of bounds. Gavin scoops it up. Trying to get away from a couple Army defenders. He can't. An errant pass to Brendan Nichtern, who has a wide open net, and he has the hat trick. We're not even done with this first quarter yet, and Brendan Nichtern has 3 goals. 4-1 Army, 6.5 left in the first.
Trey, quite frankly, right now Syracuse is almost imploding. Bobby Gavin was 20 yards out of his own net there on the near side. He tries to throw a ball back to his teammate. It's intercepted, and Brendan Nichtern, one of the best players in the entire country, Trey, he doesn't need an open net. And when you give Brendan Nichtern an empty net, you can be sure he's going to cash it in. That's a hat trick already. He had 7 points against Syracuse last season. Looks like he's well on his way to that mark once again.
Syracuse gives up its first 3-goal run today. The Orange had 5 of them on Saturday at Virginia. That was a 20-11 loss down at UVA. SU sitting at 1-2 overall this season. Going up against a 3-1 Army team. A battle at the face-off X. It's a violation that goes against Stephen Graber. First time we're seeing him at the face-off, not today for Army.
So it's Syracuse that will set up in its white uniforms, moving from left to right. Brendan Curry in possession, well away from Cage, about 30 yards out. Just trotting over to his left. It's a three-time captain. Is looking to give this team a spark. This orange squad certainly needs it. As a pass gets away from Lucas Quinn, Curry sailed it over his head. A fight for it on the far left side of the field. As it bounces out of bounds, Army will take over. Just too many careless mistakes from this orange squad, Jacob.
Trey, we sound like a broken record, but that one was just a simple pass between two Syracuse teammates about 10 yards apart and just threw it over top. The result is Army gets possession again, and these are the types of mistakes Syracuse can't afford when you're playing a top 15 team like Army and when you're playing your third-ranked opponent in a row.
Danny Kielbasa, right wing. Passes off over to his right, at goal line extended to Johnson. The Bellevue, Washington native awaits for the offense to get set up. 5.5 left in this first quarter. Army in control, up 4-1 over Syracuse. A pass at the doorstep, a shot that sails high. It was Bo Waters that applied the rip, but it's Army that will get the ball back as Brendan Nickturn was the closest to the baseline.
Syracuse fortunate there. Bo Waters had what looked like an open shot on the doorstep, Trey.
Nickturn was looking for a pick, couldn't get it, instead had to reset. He shoots and it misses wide to the right on the left side. He was about 10 yards out from Cage. Ball bouncing wide to the right, but Army keeping the ball once again with 25 seconds on the shot clock.
Trey, that was a heat check for Nickturn. Just spun and fired one. Not really a real opening, but had to take one anyways.
Johnson left side, goal line extended, passing it to Kielbasa. The Black Knights swinging it around. Back to Nickturn. He's looking for 4 goals. This one goes well over the pipes, and Army's got to get going, Jacob. 10 seconds on the shot clock.
Brett Kennedy has gotten a little bit torched by Brendan Nickturn so far today, but a good defensive play to get a stick on the All-American shot, and now Syracuse has a chance to go the other way.
Shot clock down to single digits. Johnson gives it off to Nickturn. Nickturn looking at the doorstep for Burek. He couldn't corral. Too many Syracuse players in the way, and Dami Oladamoye is looking to clear, moving from left to right. Thanks, John. 4. That's how many games are left on Syracuse men's lacrosse's regular season slate. Get this, all of SU's remaining opponents are ranked. But what if I told you head coach Gary Gates says winning is not the top focus in the locker room right now?
We're just focusing on getting better, doing the best we can, getting guys in, getting opportunities, and really focusing on improving ourselves. And hopefully that can get us a couple more wins here. But if not, hopefully we get better by the end of the year.
Also, if not, it's history for the Orange in a really bad way. If Cuse loses out, its final record will be 4-10. Syracuse has never had double-digit losses in a season ever, dating all the way back to its first season in 1916. The Orange can avoid that tonight, though. That's 7 against 6th-ranked Cornell. GCA Countdown the Face-Off kicks off our coverage at 6:30. On Saturday, 4th-ranked Syracuse women's lacrosse fell to top-ranked North Carolina 14-12. The Orange fall to 10-3 on the year. In Major League Baseball, the Red Sox squeaked by the Yankees 4-3 last night in our nation's capital. The Nationals edged the Mets 4-2. Both the New York teams unable to pull off the weekend sweep to start off 2022. But yesterday in the NBA regular season finale, the Nets took down the Pacers 134-126. Plus, the Knicks beat the Raptors 105-94. And finally, over in the NHL, the Lightning wrecked the Sabres by a score of 5-0. I'm Trey Redfield, WAER Sports.